There's a gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, huh?
I've been doing this a long, long time. And what happens is this. It's as much about what goes in your mind as it is that takes place with your body in a football game. You played with great heart. And whatever you do in life, whether it's this or anything else, if you play with your heart, if you work with your heart, there's nothing you can't accomplish. We had one guy that made a comment. His comment was, believe, believe, believe. And Derek, yes, we believed. Christian! Christian! Keep it up. Keep it up. Good job.
Coach just kept making the calls and kept putting me in a position to where I could utilize what I do best.
You got him up the field once, you got him inside once, didn't you? Good. Keep working on it. Now you ought to get him, he'll be rocking on you. I always felt like the Raiders were going to try to intimidate you. And I always told our football team, we may lose, but they are not going to intimidate us. One play at a time. Roll that boat. Do it our way. Boat's loaded, men. Let's roll. This is a game of the heart. A game of being a man. Let's go. We got it figured out. Now we just got to keep riding. We got it figured out. We got to focus now. You got to focus. We got it figured out.
Well, special program today because we're here to talk about our favorite coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, in history. He just turned 69 years old the other day. Marty Schottenheimer. He's our guy, man. Noah and I, we always reminisce about the old days, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. Happy late birthday to Marty, and has there ever been, more motivational, better regular season coach in the NFL than Marty Schottenheimer?
I really don't believe so. I think he's the best coach in NFL history. I know that's probably controversial. A lot of people say that's not true. Not even in the Kansas City history. They'll say Hank Stram, but I'm all on Marty. If I had to start a franchise today and all the coaches came back to life and we're all like 35 years old, I'd take Marty out of all of them. Vince Lombardi, anybody, I'd take Marty. He doesn't know losing, only knows winning. I mean, he's been unlucky in the playoffs. People say it's how he coaches. I disagree with that. I think he has a good game plan. Games always come down to the wire, and things just go completely wrong. I mean, if Marty didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck. So I think that's where it is.
Think about the drive and when he was still in Cleveland. John Elway marches down. Ernest Binder fumbles the ball to give Denver the ball with a chance to win it. They go all the way, 90-plus yards. And then in Kansas City, you had Lynn Elliott. You had Tony Gonzalez in the 97 game and getting pushed out of bounds, and he just a lot of bad things went wrong for Marty in the playoffs, and it's unfortunate because if not, he'd be recognized as one of the, definitely one of the greatest of all time. And I think he already gets a lot of credit because he is his regular season winning percentage is just astronomical. I mean,
even with the Chargers, he had great seasons, but Nate Kading would miss field goals for him. Against the Patriots, Marlon McCree picked off a Tom Brady pass, was returning it. When all he had to do was go down, he kept trying to return it, and he fumbles it right back to the Patriots, who then go for the score to win it. If he just falls down and covers up and lets the Patriots touch him down, the game's over, Marty wins. But if Marty didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck. So obviously Marlon McCree had to keep running and fumble the ball right back to the Patriots.
Well, let's it's not only that, but in his days in Kansas City, let's face it, Marty Schottenheimer re-energized a franchise that was just dead. The Chiefs in the 80s were abysmal. Marty comes in 1989, and immediately they draft Derek Thomas, have a winning season. And from there, he went to the playoffs 7 straight times, which seems unfathomable now in today's NFL. But my goodness, could that guy get a team ready? The scouting department, the coaching staff around him was very good too. But Marty was the CEO. And
we've talked to players the past couple weeks, and they all say that they'd like to have more of a personal relationship with Marty, but he was a great coach. He was all over the field, all about business. He only trusted himself. He knew that he could get it done, so he'd coach special teams, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, anything that he thought needed help. He was there trying to coach and get it better. He goes on to the Redskins. They start off 0-5. The team's not buying in because I heard a story that he went over to Darryl Green, the corner for the Washington Redskins who had been there for like 10 years, and Marty's over there coaching him up, telling him what to do, and Darrell Green's like, hey, get away from me. I've been at this for 10 plus years. I know what I'm doing. But that's just Marty. I mean, he wants to get people to be their best, and if he sees something little that another player might not think is significant, he's going to go over there and coach it and try and get him better. He got the team to start to buy in, and they went 8-8 after starting 0-5. So, I mean, Marty just doesn't know losing. He'll get it turned around, and he will win.
Do you feel like Marty would still have interest in coaching somewhere? I mean, obviously, we talked about it on our show before. He interviewed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this last offseason, and rumors that he had interest in coming back to Kansas City at age 69. Do you think he still has something in the tank?
I think he does. I mean, I think he could be a huge help to any organization that hires him as a general manager that's been floated around some places, or as a head coach. I'd love him as a head coach. You could bring back every coach in the history of time and make them all 35 years old. Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, all of them. And I would choose, without a shadow of a doubt, Marty Schottenheimer to be my coach if I could have a choice of any of them. He doesn't know winning, like I've said. He's a winner. He's had bad luck in the playoffs. That can't go on forever. I think that would change. He won a championship with the UFL, the Virginia Destroyers, so he's got his championship. He didn't have bad luck in the UFL. I think that is a trend that would change, given more time, given another opportunity, and I'd love to have him back.
Well, we talk about Marty's run here from 89 to 1998, and do you feel like after, the failed playoff success of the team in 95, 97 especially, that Marty sort of caved into pressures, into bringing in players that were maybe, questionable character to try to get one more run at a Super Bowl in 98, and what happened there?
With Bam Morris and Andre Rison, the kind of questionable guys that we're talking about here, I think he kind of did. He kind of felt desperate, really saying, God, man, I'm having so bad luck in the playoffs, so much bad luck that I just need to have just superior talent, whether the guy's a good guy or not. I just need to have superior talent to make sure that bad luck can't happen. They're just going to be great and outplay the other guys and crush them instead of making it a close game.
Well, and it didn't work out. The Chiefs, and it's too bad because, Marty, I think Chiefs fans would have welcomed him to have remained and been here as long as he wanted to coach here because, people that grew up in that era like us, that's all we knew, just like all Marty knew was winning. So we have to wish Marty a happy late 69th birthday, and here's to many more. And you know what? So many great memories. And
I wish he was still the coach. I mean, through all this time, through the 99, through now, I mean, I wish he was still here. I mean, I'd give anything for that. The coaches we've gone through, the friends of Carl Peterson, the friends of Scott Pioli, I mean, I'm tired of it. I just want a great head coach, and that's what Marty Schottenheimer was. I mean, he had great motivational speeches, great quotes, one play at a time, focus, finish. That was kind of a mantra for them. Those two little letters, W-E, we, those two little letters, U-S, us, they're powerful, men. They're powerful. I mean, I'll always remember those kind of speeches and sayings that Marty had, and I just loved him and think he's the best coach in the history of coaching.
Hey, can't argue there. Marty Schottenheimer, great guy again. Happy late birthday. Maybe we'll see you back in Kansas City someday, bud. Let us know what you think. You guys love Marty as much as us. Hit us up.